This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Man wanted for murder in Westmoreland killed by police. A man who was reportedly wanted for murder in Westmoreland was shot and killed by the police on Darlin Street in Savannah Lamar on Thursday morning. The deceased has not yet been identified. The police's corporate communications unit confirmed the incident. The CCU said a weapon was also recovered from the deceased. Man beaten by residents after reportedly robbing basic school in Clarendon. One of 3 men who reportedly robbed a basic school in Clarendon was beaten by residents as they made their escape on Thursday morning. Reports are that a resident noticed a vehicle with 3 strange men in the vicinity of the Shekels Basic School and raised an alarm. Citizens then discovered that a stove, a refrigerator, a microwave oven, and several food items were missing from the school. As the men attempted to flee, one was reportedly captured and beaten by the residents. It is believed that the car in which they were traveling ran out of gas and was being refilled. Several of the stolen items were found in the car. Other items were found in nearby bushes. The man is now in hospital on the police guard. The other 2 men are said to have escaped. Cocopese residents dissatisfied with Roshane Barnett's sentence. Relatives and community members of the mother and her 4 children killed in Cocopese, Clarendon have expressed disappointment in the sentence handed down to their killer, Roshane Barnett. Barnett was this morning ordered to serve 5 concurrent life sentences and must serve 61 years and 8 months before being eligible for parole. Sentencing was handed down by Justice Leighton Pusey in the Home Circuit Court. Barnett was convicted in July on 5 counts of murder in relation to the killing of his cousins, Kemisha Wright, Kimanda Smith, 15, Shara Lee Smith, 12, Rafaela Smith, 5, and a 23-month-old Kishon Henry Jr. The deceased were discovered inside their Cocopese home with chop wounds and their throats slashed on June 21. The post-mortem report revealed that Barnett inflicted a total of 95 knife wounds on his cousins. Reacting to today's sentencing, Kemisha's father, Peter Wright, said 61 years and 8 months before parole was not enough, as he lamented that he has been left without a daughter and his 4 grandchildren. But you just have to go and bear it and go and hold on, because you can't break down yourself. 2 sister children and Barnett do that to your family. You would have something wickeder to the next family, he said. Noting that the law has taken course, he said there is nothing he can do about the sentence imposed. Cocopese resident David Anglin, who is a construction worker, said he was not impressed with Barnett's sentence. It burn me say we money I go feed Roshane, lamented Anglin. Every day them a talk about tragedy, and it's so simple. Right now me a contractor out in a sun, and me a work for Roshane, he said while airing his dissatisfaction. According to Anglin, Kemisha worked on a construction site with him the day Barnett took her life. Me wanted him to face the gallows. In my days, people used to do crime less than that and get harsher punishment more than now. For Kemisha's neighbor, Cleavon Edwards, he believes that Barnett deserved much more years before he can be considered for release. However, he said he is relieved that the case come to a final end and him get a good enough sentence. Him not get nothing. The man should have come back here to how the man do the thing, said another Cocopese resident, Peter Brown. Toddler dies and several children ill reportedly from outbreak of rotavirus. At least 1 toddler is believed to have died at the Cornwall Regional Hospital in Montego Bay owing to an outbreak of gastroenteritis. Reports are that over 200 children presented at the Bustamante Hospital for Children in Kingston last weekend with symptoms of vomiting, fever, and diarrhea. Gastroenteritis is caused by a common rotavirus, which is prevalent during the cooler months of October, November, and December. Doctors at the Cornwall Regional are now carrying out investigations into the death. Dr. Delroy Frey, clinical coordinator for the Western Regional Health Authority, told the news. He was unable to say whether or not the child died from the virus. However, he is urging parents to ensure that their children are properly hydrated at all times as this will help them survive the onslaught of the rotavirus. In the meantime, a voice note reportedly from a leading medical doctor to his team urged them to be vigilant at this time owing to a serious bout of gastroenteritis among pediatric patients within the parishes of St. James and Kingston. There is a patient who had similar symptoms last night and apparently succumbed at the Cornwall Regional Hospital. And I need you guys to be vigilant. We need to ensure we have all the necessary tools to rehydrate the younger patients, rehydration salts, the different type of fluids depending on their age group, the message stated. Man in custody over alleged sexual assault at St. Anne Hotel. The St. Anne police have taken a suspect into custody over the alleged sexual assault of a female guest at a hotel in the parish. Acting Senior Superintendent David White confirmed with the news Thursday morning that a suspect was apprehended but declined to provide further details. Initial reports are that the woman and the man, said to be a photographer, became acquaintances before she arrived in Jamaica from the United Kingdom on October 5. It is alleged that last Sunday, the woman went into a restroom at the hotel, and while there, she was sexually lured into a cubicle by the man who allegedly assaulted her. A report was subsequently made to the hotel and then the police. Following investigations, the suspect was held. Efforts to get a comment from the hotel were not successful. Murdered Hanover businessman identified. The police have identified the businessman who was shot and killed in Hanover Wednesday afternoon as He Jing, also known as Archie. The police say at approximately 4:30 p.m. on Wednesday, he was in his supermarket on Orange Bay Plaza in Orange Bay when he was shot and robbed by 3 masked gunmen. The Chinese national reportedly moved to Hanover recently. He operated a business on Barnetts Street in Montego Bay, St. James, before taking over the Green Island supermarket. St. Catherine man freed of robbery and gun charges. A St. Catherine man who was accused of robbing a delivery man at a gunpoint was freed in the gun court on Wednesday after the prosecution offered no evidence. Ricardo Brown, a 22-year-old laborer of Bridgeport, Portmore, St. Catherine, appeared before Justice Judith Pusey on charges of illegal possession of firearm and robbery with aggravation. It was alleged that a motorcyclist was on his way to make a delivery when he was ordered at gunpoint to relinquish his motorcycle. He was also robbed of his cellular phone, money, and a meal he was delivering. A report was made to the police, and the motorcycle tracked to West Bay in Portmore, after which Brown was arrested. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.